Key takeaways. 1. Poetic naturalism is concerned only with the singular natural world, observations of it, and the consistency of language used to describe it. 2. All motion has a cause and events have an impetus. The state of the universe contains all the information needed to understand what will happen in the next moment. 3. Bayesian inference provides a framework for judging probabilities using prior knowledge. 4. Whereas philosophers used to look at any model of thought as a stack with a firm foundation, a more useful way of organizing knowledge is to imagine planets of mutually supporting concepts that can be changed. 5. Emergent properties are those that arise from a system that cannot be explained by looking exclusively at the molecular or atomic level. Things are real because they are the emergent forms of atoms and because they are consistent with and necessary for describing the world. 6. Humans can behave as though some things are certain because they have been tested and used in the real world. Quantum mechanical theory is a certainty because of its ability to explain unusual results in experiments. 7. Quantum field theory, also known as core theory, seeks to describe all our experiences by uniting Einstein's theory of general relativity and the standard model of particle physics. It explains almost everything with relevance to everyday life. 8. Life could be the outcome of a spike in complexity that often occurs as closed systems increase in entropy. Although definitions of life differ, the clearest definition is anything that takes free, useful energy from a system and returns it as disordered energy. 9. The way that molecules and things like cell membranes self-organize follows known rules and is emergent. Of the traits that define life, either metabolism or replication likely evolved first. 10. Consciousness has a likely origin in the need for land-based life to plan ahead. The brain and consciousness are intrinsically linked, which means that designing artificial consciousness is a monumental challenge with little scientific consensus over methods or ethics. 11. Poetic naturalism can provide a basis for support in ethics based on human motivations and capabilities. In order to define logical arguments for action, societies must establish what ought to be by constructing a fair and mutually beneficial framework.